I'm Charles H. Brawley, creator of the Minuteman files. I'm also the creator of the Zodiac kill map. For weeks, for months, I have been showing you the truth around the Zodiac killer and the attacks that transpire across the United States for decades. I have shown you examples of how these people operate around the United States, Canada, Mexico, and now Africa. I'm here to talk about a different situation, actually a couple of them in this short video today. And we're going to start with the Dixie fires. They're up in Northern California. I have noticed a trend that's been happening and pretty much can show you that that Dixie fire was not no accident by any means. This fire falls on the national corruption line of the Zodiac kill map. Okay, these are the national lines. They transverse across the United States. These are absolute crime waves on these lines. Murder, corruption, hangings, church burnings, gang violence. I mean, just the list is endless. And I've proven this over and over and over with these different locations throughout this map's history since I created it back in 2018. I mean, this thing is dead accurate, people. And this is a corruption map. It shows you where the real corruption is in America. It shows you the violence, the street gangs, all of the mass shootings. It shows you the police attacks, where the cops were attacked. And recently, I've shown you a trail of death stemming right from Washington, D.C., all the way down into damn near Louisiana. Just gun victim after gun victim on this same national corruption line. I call them kill lines, Zodiac kill lines. They cross two directions. They go east to west, north to south. The Zodiac had mentioned this in his 0369 radium solutions. This is exactly what you have going on here. One giant radium that the Zodiac long ago tried to explain to you. And today, I was looking into this map. Actually, it was yesterday I started this and started discovering that the Dixie Fire is literally on the national kill line. Same thing with the Lightning Fire up in BC, Canada. I'll switch over there real quick. When you look over here, Lighton is right there, and it is literally on the same national kill lines. Same thing with those 280 some odd children. This is Lighton that I'm showing you right here, and the bullseye itself are the children. Part of that human trafficking network that was discovered, down there in California, New York, and several other places. I believe this Lighton incident is part of that. Okay, and one of the things I have mentioned in the past about these people is they're using this map and they're using it to communicate with each other. This thing was created a very long time ago by somebody within the military that had those types of means, Navy encryption, government encryptions, naval flagging, ciphers of every kind. I've found there's probably at least 4 to 5 different ways to communicate within this map. This is a multi-dimensional, multi-angled, kind of like facial recognition system of the past before they even knew what it was in a computer, would be my guess. Chances are they actually had facial recognition back in the 50s and they never told anybody. This map was created a very long time ago. I'm just this person that simply figured out how this radium thing works. I'm not a mathematician or by any means. I just know how to read maps. And what I saw was a map site, and when I laid it down with Mr. Lawrence Kane, and did some comparison, it produced all of this. I mean, exactly like the Zodiac killer told you long ago it would. And nobody paid attention. Nobody even knew what he was talking about. Or they did, and they deliberately chose not to figure this out. There are a lot of investigators that actually worked on this that were stumped by it. I was stumped by it too, by watching what they were showing on TV and reading on the internet what they've done, and it had me stumped as well. And I basically threw the whole mess in the trash and started over with nothing but the zodiac symbol. And that was literally the key to solving this whole freaking thing. I mean, I can literally now track any of these crimes around the world in real time as they happen with this map. If I had a computer model of this, in action the way it's supposed to be, like it functions like some kind of clock. I could track every one of these crimes around the world instantly. This is how badass this freaking map is. And somebody out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. And in my newest video that I just released, it's just a little 2-minute ad that I made online. I give you an example in that ad how these radiums work in real time. And it's a motion video that I created of this map, just a real short presentation. I'm looking for a bigger version of it that actually is the real mechanical mechanism that makes this thing work. So if you're a computer guy out there, I'm not paying you for anything. If you want to be part of this and create this model for me, you need to contact me here, you know, or you can reach me through my Mr. Kane is the Zodiac at Gmail. Send me a message directly. There is no pay in any of this. I've never been paid for none of this, and I don't ever expect to be paid, and I don't plan on paying anybody to research this. If you want to be part of this, you need to prove it. I want a living model of this map and everything it's capable of globally. And I want it on a computer program, a software that I can download and take with me anywhere at a moment's notice and be able to use this to hunt a criminal. This is how advanced I want this software. I mean, I want to be able to track 100, 200, 1,000 people at one time if need be on 6 different, 10 different, 12, 20 different dimensions. Every possible way conceivable. And you need to add in ciphers. You need to add in military naval flagging. You need to enter star constellations, cult symbolism, all this weird crap related around the zodiac. Everything he's ever done needs to be implemented into this mapping system within this software. This is what I'm looking for. And I know there's people out there that can do this. This lighting incident over there that I was talking about is exactly similar to this Dixie fire. This Dixie fire was no accident by any means. And if you look on the map, right next to it was the fire in Paradise. Yeah, the very paradise that the Zodiac talked about long ago, and they burned it down. Your Zodiac was watching from above. This man had telephone capabilities with communication. He knew about the telephone systems. He knew communication. And chances are this Zodiac was hanging up on a telephone pole someday when these people were murdered spying on him. He had this ability. I'm not saying he did this in all of his kills and situations, but in some of these situations, like this Paradise, Lighton, and Dixie Fire, and multiple other fires in Northern California are all showing up in this Zodiac kill map. So what I did is I started looking at this crap a little bit more extensive in the form of the radio, the way the Zodiac mentioned to look at this stuff long ago. So I started doing that with this. And what I found was you're looking for the Aries, an Aries Zodiac attacker. That's who attacked this area right here. You may have multiple suspects involved. I don't know. But my guess is you're looking for a Leo and a Sagittarius along with this Aries. What they did here, what I found out is when you start looking at these different incidences, you will find out very quickly They created their triangle of death, the element of earth, which is fire. This is what these people did. They're still out there trying to scare America people with this Zodiac crap 40 years after the original attacks. And they're using this map to inflict that suffering and that fear on the nation right now. And I've shown this example across the country. I showed you the proof how they're using these ciphers. You know, the I-70 killer. There is undeniable evidence right there in front of you people that they use this technology. Somebody out there in Washington is causing all this death and destruction across the United States, and they're sitting there above the law, laughing like it's some big fucking joke to the world. And now today, I turn on the fucking news and I hear about how Mexico is suing U.S. gun makers. Well, what I see right here is the corruption going on down in Texas by the Joe Biden and Harris administration, and the Zodiac kill map down here in Texas just doubled or even tripled the bullseye locations on this map in the recent months. And that trail of death and destruction crossing that border, it's going to show up in this map. It already has. And I'm just not going to tell you where and how. Not yet. I'm going to make you people wake up to the reality of what's going on around this country and what I've been showing you, and the very people in Washington, D.C. responsible for a murder program so horrific, it's unbelievable. And then I find out today these very scumbags went down to Mexico, Kamala Harris, and made a deal with these drug dealing cartels, these fucking people running the country of Mexico right now, to file a lawsuit against U.S. gun makers to undermine the Second Amendment. This is what these people in Washington are doing. They're trying to circumvent the laws here in America, the Second Amendment rights, by going to other countries demanding that they fucking file lawsuits against these fucking gun makers in the U.S., while at the same time, Kamala Harris and her Biden regime are fucking human trafficking fucking drug dealers and cartel members across the fucking border, bringing these very same weapons into the United States to kill Americans. This is what's fucking happening. The level of fucking corruption these people have the balls to inflict on the nation. And now they're using the fucking cartels and the Mexican government to sue our gun makers, claiming that they're trafficking fucking military weapons across the border. Really? Well, why don't you explain how these Mexicans ended up with Russian and Chinese assault rifles made in those countries in America? How these same fucking cartels are importing our guns back from Mexico into the US and then using them in the street trying to turn them against the fucking public. Deliberate attacks across the United States for the last 60 fucking years, and the evidence is right here in front of you. I mean, every single mass shooting, every single school shooting, every Walmart shooting, every attack on the police, every incident in Wisconsin, fucking Milwaukee, uh, all these fucking states like Ohio, the Baltimore, fucking Philadelphia, Georgia, all Florida. I mean, every fucking state out there is infested with these fucking cartel assholes in the street, and you got these fucking politicians out there bringing these people into play. The very people that crossed our fucking borders with this fucking COVID, illegal weapons, drugs, human trafficking crap, all of it is in every one of these bullseyes across the United States by crooked politicians in Washington that fucking dump these people in their cities. And I can fucking prove it. And I have been proving it for the last year and a half in my videos. Every single fucking incident I have presented has factual evidence behind it by the police, by law enforcement in general. Everything I'm showing you are real cases across the United States that I pulled out of cold case files and gave you a reasonable explanation of the truth of what actually fucking happened in these zones. This is what I'm presenting to the world, and this map has not fucking lied one time. it has been nothing but truth from day one, and it's a fucking serious wake-up call of the level of corruption this Biden fucking regime has in the United States. It started long before Obama. It started before Bush. I mean, you had shit that dates back to the 1930s in this fucking map. This is what I found. This is how old, how long this fucking killer corruption program has been in play across the United States. And I'm personally sick of it. And I want these fucking people brought to justice. You know, every time I fucking mention this shit online, I get attacked by fucking flies. I got shit fucking bad happening. I got my fucking accounts attacked online by fucking Twitter, Facebook, fucking Yahoo. All these fucking companies went out there and attacked me the minute I started putting this shit online to the White House. What does that tell you? Then the boot, you got the fucking Department of Defense blackballing me off the internet because I fucking made a request to the Freedom of Information Act on this very information. Next thing I know, I got some scared motherfucker over there at the Freedom of Information Act screaming at me, wanting to know what the fuck I'm trying to request because somebody basically threatened him because I requested this. Then they fucking banned me from the fucking website. Yeah, this is how serious this shit is. This is not made up, people. When you got the fucking military and the fucking government and all these big tech corporations trying to silence you, these are the very people responsible for all this shit. Twitter, fucking Google, Yahoo, MSN, Facebook, all these big companies are behind all these fucking murders for profit. This is what's going on. You've got all these news agencies across the country creating their own murder scenarios. Then they go out and report on it like it's some fucking gun attack at random. This is what I'm seeing in this fucking map. This is the level of corruption that has infested the United States in the political fucking world. This is how deep it's gone. And it goes all the way from Washington, D.C. at the highest fucking level down to the little single street politician in local town USA. It's everywhere, America. It's in every fucking town. It's in every rural area. It's in everything. They've infested the entire fucking nation with this corruption. And the only way to stop it is a full military sweep of the nation. You bring in the fucking Marines and the fucking US Army and you clean fucking house. You take every fucking weapon from every American. You fucking take the drugs. You take anything that could harm anybody in any fucking way and you take it all. And you take it fucking now. And these people want their fucking gun rights. They want their guns back. Great. We'll give them back. But you're going to prove that you're fucking American for one. Two, you're going to fucking prove that you have the legal right to own a gun. Three, you're going to produce ID to fucking absolute prove you're a United States citizen. This is how you solve this fucking situation. You do a total fucking mandatory lockdown of the fucking nation and you do a house to house fucking sweep of everybody. I don't care if you have to dig up their whole fucking backyard, their entire 10,000 acre property to find those weapons. You're going to do a Roswell search on every house in America and you're going to clean fucking house. This is how you eliminate this shit, period. And then you go after the very politicians that put all this shit in place nationwide at one time and you take them all out. My name is Charles H. Brawley, and what I'm showing you, I'll take to any fucking court of law in front of any fucking judge in this country. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you deny this shit, I'll call you a fucking terrorist right to your face, right in the fucking courtroom. I will label you a corrupt fucking judge if you deny one fucking thing on this map. This thing is absolute. It's 100% accurate. I have proven it over 70 fucking times now, and I'm not going to prove it anymore. I'm just going to keep showing America the fucking corruption, the murder, and the genocide you judges are aiding and abetting and let walk loose in our fucking street with their corrupt policies and laws that you defended. That makes you a fucking accessory to every single fucking thing these people have ever done for the last 100 years. You think about that the next time you make a court ruling in Joe Biden's favor, in Donald Trump's favor, in any politician's fucking favor that influences this kind of horse shit. That makes you the fucking criminal, the terrorist, the fucking threat to our nation. And 5, 8, 21.